All right, everyone. Welcome back into another NFL DFS video. My name is Eric Polzin with 9to5 Sports. Going to be breaking down the Cowboys versus the Giants. All right, should be a fun little Thursday night football game. Showdown-wise, this is going to be one in which you can attack. There's some pretty solid value that's out there on this slate, which is going to make the lineup process a little bit easier as well. So we'll be touching on the DFS side as well as some prop bets as they come up. Okay, so going to be sticking with DraftKings, but also going to be touching on the prop bets as they come up when I'm talking about the plays. So if you guys enjoy this coverage, make sure to give a like and subscribe. Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the new year. Only way I can do that is with your guys' help. All right, let's get into the picks for today. All right, so these teams both met earlier this season. Obviously, Dak Prescott was injured for that game. Okay, just starting off right away, guys, I do like Dak Prescott to go over 2 total touchdowns. Okay, now the prop bet that's out there is 1.5 touchdowns passing, and I think he's going to get that. You know, since he's come back, yes, Detroit only 1 touchdown. They didn't really ask him to do much, and then Chicago 2 touchdowns, Green Bay 3 touchdowns, and Minnesota 2 touchdowns. Like, he has looked good. Okay. Really, I mean, I would say in that stretch, maybe Patrick Mahomes has looked better than him. Like, he has looked really good. Okay. Yes, I know there's other quarterbacks that look good during that stretch as well. My point is that Dak Prescott has looked good. I expect him to go out and have a good game once again. I expect, 18 plus DK points out of him. I expect him to be in the winning GPP lineup. He is someone I'm going out of my way to play. From there, CeeDee Lamb, the question with CeeDee Lamb is, do you play him in the captain spot or not? At least that's my question. Now, last game, was a stud play. Didn't turn out that way. Only 9.5 DK points. They didn't need him to do much. That game got out of hand pretty early. Okay. If they needed him to, I think he would have really went off against Minnesota. He did go off against the Giants in week 3. Okay. 8 receptions, 12 targets, 87 receiving yards and a touchdown to score 22 DK points. He is someone I'm certainly going out of my way to play. It's just whether or not we can afford to fit him into the captain spot. That's my biggest question. I don't know if we're going to be able to. That's kind of my worry with him. From there, Tony Pollard. All right, Tony Pollard probably going to play about 60% of the snaps, with Zeke Elliott maybe getting 30% of the snaps or so. The thing with it is, the opportunities have been there for Tony Pollard. Okay, last week they were there for him. 21 opportunities total. Obviously had 2 reception touchdowns. That's not going to happen again. But maybe the 6 targets are still there. Maybe he still gets 50 receiving yards, and maybe gets 1 touchdown, whether that's on the ground or in the receiving game. The fact of the matter is, he has looked so good lately. Okay, it wouldn't be shocking to see him even get 70% of the touches in this game after how good he's looked. And you look at what he did against the Giants in week 3, 13.5 DK points on 13 carries. Okay, he's an explosive back. We all know that. The question as well is, like, can you play Tony Pollard in the captain spot, not locked into 65% of the touches or snaps? That's the issue. I kind of like it. Okay. I'm not sure if everyone's going to be going that route as well. So something you can do there. Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, both kind of shoulder shrug plays to me. Players we don't have to go out of our way to play. Noah Brown, could have a good game. You're just trying to get lucky there. And that's really it for the Cowboys. Okay. The Cowboy plays are simple. Maybe you want to play Cowboys D. Maybe you want to play Brett Maher. Brett Maher, I mean, he was crazy last game. 22 points. I mean, that's just crazy. Maybe, I could see that. Giants do have good defense. Okay, it wouldn't be surprising to see him get 3 field goal attempts in this game. You could definitely see that happening. Okay, and now getting into the Giants side of the football. Oh, one prop that I forgot to mention is I'm going to go Zeke under 46 rushing yards. Okay, I just don't see him getting enough work for that to happen. Okay, now, yes, he came close against Minnesota. The matchup with the Giants is a tougher matchup. I don't expect him to have a great game or get that many carries as to make him get over that. Now, I will say, every game he's played in, he's been over that total except for last week. So that is the risky part of it. All right, now getting into the Giants side of it. Saquon Barkley, I also, I don't love it, but you have seen Saquon, 2 out of the last 3 weeks not look as elite. Okay, I want the keyword is as. Okay, he still look good. Okay, I don't want to get that twisted. Okay, he still look good, but it seems like he has lost some slight burst. Okay, and once again, we're nitpicking here, but it wouldn't be shocking to see him rush for under 74.5 rushing yards. Okay, I like that prop bet. I'm going to be putting that one out there. At the same time, I do think if he's struggling in the rush game, he is going to get some targets. Okay. He had a good game against Dallas last game. Okay. 22.6 DK points. I just struggle to play Saquon on this slate. I am thinking he's going to have a good game. Okay. But the Giants defense is good. Dallas defense has looked better. Obviously just shut down the Vikings. I think that was more the Vikings though. it's tough to fit him in, and you guys will see that as we go. So Darius Slayton is going to be the receiver number 1 for the Giants. Kind of weird. He's kind of failed upwards a little bit here with a lot of injuries and stuff to the Giants. Obviously got rid of Tony. 10 targets last week. You can't really argue that. And, he has been productive, although somewhat fluky. He has still been productive. Okay. And now he's getting the snaps. And he's going to be the receiver number 1, going to be on the field a lot. 3 out of the last 4 games, 6 or more targets, you would take that. So Slayton is a good enough play. Not a play that you love, though, okay? Daniel Jones seems to trust him, though. So I guess if we're paying up for receiver for the Giants, it's going to be him. Kenny Golladay, he's a tough play, played in less snaps than Isaiah Hodgins, and I do expect Isaiah Hodgins to still get over 50% of the snaps this week, like he did last week. Okay, so the last 2 weeks, Hodgins has gotten 62 and 59% of the snaps. So we can get a receiver that, has gotten 6.1 and 4.9 DK points the last 2 weeks. So we can get a receiver that's most likely going to 2x playing, over 50% of the snaps in a game script that maybe would favor them, more passes. That's a very solid value play. But at the same time, Lawrence Cager is kind of the standout value play. You guys have heard me talk him up a bunch last week, I guess. 3 targets, 4 DK points, okay? And once again, for a showdown, for a guy that's priced this low, we would definitely take 4 DK points. And the thing with it is, with Daniel Bellinger out, he has played 65 and 74% of the snaps. He was a former receiver. Like, it makes sense to get him the ball. Obviously, the issue is that they just haven't been passing the ball enough. Okay, that's the biggest issue. This is more of a game script play. If you're thinking the Dallas Cowboys guys go off, then you would like to play these value plays because they should be on the field more and should get some more targets. So what we're seeing here, we have a lot of salary left over. So it's really just deciding what you want to do from there. Obviously, if you could afford to fit Saquon Barkley into your build, do it. We can't. Okay, that's the biggest issue that I saw in this slate, is that it's not possible. Okay, it sucks, but it is what it is. So the easy route would just be we'll go Daniel Jones. Hopefully he has a good game. You could go that route. I'm fine with that. Not terrible. Maybe you want to go CeeDee Lamb as the captain's pick because you think he's going to go off. I'm fine with that as well. And then you certainly don't have enough salary left over, so you could go Daniel Jones there as well. Just a couple of different lineup path routes that you can go as well. You could go Noah Brown, Brett Maher instead. We're fine with that. Once again, just a little bit too off. Lawrence Cager would have liked that build if we could have done it. That's the biggest issue on the slate, is that we are just slightly off from the build that we would really like to be on. I think it's just CeeDee Lamb or Tony Pollard in the captain spot. I mean, sure, can Hodgins score a touchdown or something lucky? Maybe. Can Slayton score a touchdown? Maybe. You're just trying to get lucky there. And we just can't fit Saquon into the captain spot, really. Or into a build, sorry. Let's see here. I'm going to go Cager again, just to see. I mean, that's not terrible. Obviously, you're just trying to get lucky. Noah Brown touchdown. Kenny Golladay touchdown. Maybe Brett Maher. I don't really like that, though. Okay, there's no real optimal way to get the top plays into a build. So that's the only issue with this slate. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this coverage. If you did, you know what to do. Give a like and subscribe. That helps me be able to put out more content for you guys. All right, thanks for watching. As always, let's keep cashing.